So let's start this for real now. So yeah, this is Ocarina of Time, my favorite game of all time. And since it's The Legend of Zelda's 40th anniversary today, I decided I wanted to do a small special stream of it. So this is the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time, and it is kind of hacked. I added a 4K texture pack for the occasion, and I also added a couple of mods, including free controls on the right stick for perfect ergonomy. I love that game. I loved it since it released in 1998, and but unfortunately, it doesn't age that gracefully as far as controls go. And that's one of the reasons why I really want Nintendo to make a remake so that new people can experience it and try it out with modern quality of life improvements. But that's enough of me rambling. Let's start this. Right now, by the way, in the settings, I set the I've set the second screen from the DS on a separate window. So if you want me to change it so that you can see it, let me know and I'll add it in one single window instead. But for now, I think it's more fun for you if you can see the old game in full screen, especially with the new texture pack that called. All right, so yeah, the problem is that while I'm in the menus, you won't be able to see what I'm doing. But wait, what? Wait. Okay, I need to press start. I take it. What's going on? All right, I'll do it with the keyboard. Sorry, I just selected my name. All right, good. Let's start. Oh yeah. Oh, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku tree. The children of the forest, Kokiri, live here with me. Each Kokiri has his or her own guardian fairy. However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Certainly. That's canon. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Come hither. Oh, wrong button. I need to get used to the buttons. Worst thing is, I'm the one who mapped them. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku tree. Oh, you don't see the... I think I need to keep that window in focus. What's going on with that? Wait. Okay. Now we seem to be able to see what's going on. All right. Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm. Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long, the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil, even my power is as nothing. Seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny it is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now. Find our young and guide him to me. I do not have much time left. Fly, Navi, fly. The fate of the forest, nay, the world depends upon thee. That guy humping his rock. Hello, Link. Wake up. The great Deku Tree wants to talk to you. Link, get up. Hey, come on. Can Hyrule's destiny really depend on such a lazy boy? I love that. Oh, in the remake, they made a couple of new camera angles for the cutscenes. Gives it more life. You finally woke up. I'm Navi, the fairy. The great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The great Deku Tree has summoned you. So let's get going, right now. Sure? Just woke up. Can I look around? Oh, I can't interact with it. Yet. So yeah, the Kokiri Forest. First time I played that game, gosh, that moment was amazing. That was one of the first real 3D games with that level of depth. Yahoo! Hi, Link! But yeah, there are a couple of differences in the 3DS version, though. One of them is, well, the graphics, of course, and especially with this version, since I've got a texture pack for 4K textures. But another thing is that everything is more colorful than the original. It's actually one of my biggest concern with that remake. It plays better than the original, but it doesn't look as dark and gritty as the original, which I understand why they did that. It's because it was on 3DS, so you needed everything to pop out a lot more on the super small screen. But yeah, I would have liked it if they could have kept the grit of the original. But anyway, it's still a really good version and probably my favorite to play. And one of the greatest thing about this version in particular is that in the original, you could run around, but since the Nintendo 64 had only one stick, one analog stick, you needed to reposition the camera by pressing Z back then, which is basically the right trigger. So that was the only way to control the camera. You couldn't move it around. But in this version, we've got a mod, so now I can fully control the camera like if it was a modern game, and I can even control the character movement with the camera motion. That is amazing. That's the only thing that I think was really missing from the OG Ocarina of Time. But yeah, now it's really cool. So, this is Saria. Let's talk to her. Wow, a fairy! Finally, a fairy came to you, Link. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Link. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. Yeah, sure, I will. That's a wooden sign. What does it say? Link's house. Yes, it is. And that is great. The drawing on the tree. It's a Link fighting a dinosaur, and it's kind of a foreshadowing for the end of the game. Alright, so let's do this. Let's play this like I don't know what to do. Narratively. So I won't be speedrunning, that's for sure. Here's Mido. Hey, you, Mr. No Fairy. What's your business with the Great Deku Tree? Without a fairy, you're not even a real man. What? You've got a fairy? Say what? The Great Deku Tree actually summoned you? What? Why would he summon you and not the Great Mido? This isn't funny. I don't believe it. You aren't even fully equipped yet. How do you think you're going to help the Great Deku Tree without both a sword and shield ready? What? You're right. I don't have my equipment ready, but if you want to pass through here, you should at least equip a sword and a shield. Shish. Asshole. Ah, gosh, I love controlling the camera in the game. Alright, so now we need to find money. Whose house is that? House of the Twins. Alright. Hey, come on. Yeah, that's one of the issues also with the 3DS version. It's that the character controls are not fully analog. You are stuck within 8 directions. That's kind of annoying, but it still does the job properly. Right. House is this? Oh yeah, just arts. I don't care about arts. Ah, fuck yeah. That's the 8 direction thing. Be a bit more careful than I normally be. Yay! So yeah, the goal is to find a sword and a shield, and basically for the shield I need to get 40 rupees, so I can find rupees in a lot of different ways. Hi Link, look this way. Look over here with L and talk to me with A. Nope. Sorry. So here is the shop with the little guy you can barely see above the counter. And there's a secret rupee over here. I don't even know. No, I don't have enough. I was being too hasty. Yeah, that's the thing also with the 3DS version. You don't have your rupee counter on the screen. On the main screen, you've got it on the equipment screen, which is the second one. Oh, I think that's Mido's house. 5 rupees. Okay. 3 rupees. Yay. 3. Ah, 2 rupees. And an art. Alright, so let's go over here. Grab our very important equipment. I keep forgetting that I can actually move my camera around. I'm so not used to it in this game, but it feels really good. So what might that be? That's the Kokiri sword! You got the Kokiri sword. Sure did. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri, but you can borrow it for a while. Be sure to practice with it before you're ready to fight. Yes, I will. So, now I need to equip it. So yeah, you can see it, but if I go in gear, I can actually equip stuff. Uh, Here I've got the menu, a small menu where I can select the piece of equipment I want to equip. And here you've got the status screen, which is something I really miss in recent Zelda games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. I always loved in previous Zelda seeing like all the different quest items I could find and wanting to fill it up. It was always super satisfying, but it kind of they got rid of this in the modern games. Whatever. Now I've got my sword. My sword can cut. No, not these kind of wood. The sword can cut some wooden signs, but not all of them. And most certainly cut this one. Oh yeah. Alright, let's stop wasting time. Now I've got enough rupees for my shield. I've got 46. Hey there. Yes, shield please. Bye. Oh, I don't want to buy anything else. And I need to equip it as well. So let's equip the shield. Ah, yeah, right. Alright, so now I've got my shield. Which is useful to repel attacks. And you have two uses of the shield. The first one is if you press the shield button, Link will crouch and hold it, and you can control the direction manually. Or if you are in a targeting mode, you can use it and walk around facing a single direction. That's something I find really sad about the newer Zelda games. Actually, since Twilight Princess, they removed the individual button for the shield, which I think is kind of sad. It's a miss. I think it was way better when we could use the shield as we wanted instead of it being mapped to the targeting and being automatic. So, what do you want, Mido? If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and a shield. Yeah, you said that already. What's that? Oh, you have a Deku shield. And what's that? Is that a Kokiri sword? There is. Good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the great Mido, will never accept you as one of us. Shoot! How did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree? Huh? Grumble, grumble. Oh. Anyway. So yeah, that's what I was saying. The shield, I'm really sad they made it automatic in recent games. Especially in Tears of the Kingdom, with all the uses it can have and all the different things you can fuse with it, it would have been great to be able to use it independently of the targeting, but whatever. Great Deku Tree, I'm back! Oh, Navi, thou hast returned. Link, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to grow sensitive to it. Verily thou hast felt it. Link, the time has come to test thy courage. I have been cursed. I need thee to break the curse with thy wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Oh, yes, I do. Then enter, brave Link. Thou too, Navi the fairy. Thou must aid Link. Link, when Navi speaks, use... Hey, listen! Listen well to her words of wisdom. I might not do that all that much. But seriously, a lot of people, like Navi with time has become a meme, and everybody consider her super annoying, but really, in the game, there are only, I think, 5 instances where you need to listen to her instructions, and where you stop in gameplay. So it's really not that bad compared to all the modern games, which stop you every 5 steps to tell you what to do. All right, let's do this. Hey there. Yeah, those are Deku Babas, for those who don't know them. Their main gimmick that you need to hit them when they lunge toward you, and that will cause them to raise up straight, and that's your cue to be able to cut them in half and kill them instantly. That is one of those moments where she forcefully interrupts you. Look at this wall. The vines growing on it give it a rough surface. Maybe you can climb it, Link. Yep, that I can. And something that is great in that game, and sorry, I'm going to be gushing about level design a bit, but that's a professional hazard. The way they used verticality and the way they use the concept of shortcuts it is amazing. It was one of the first games to do that in depth. Like the Great Deku Tree isn't a wide dungeon. It has maybe it's really small in size, in circumference, but everything is in height, and everything you do is close to the main entrance. But you just unlock new ways to traverse, make your path easier to get to the new places. I know it's not, I didn't explain it as good as I could have, but you'll see when we get there. That's the second time she interrupts us. Yeah, I know. I might be skipping those tutorials very quickly. Oh, hello there. Come on, buddy. Ow, ow, ow. Forgive me, master. If I give you a tip, will you let me go? Sure. When you jump off a high cliff, if you hold forward, you will roll on the ground when you land and won't get hurt from the fall. I can guarantee it will work, though, if the cliff is really high. Well, try it if you are feeling bold. All right, so that's good. Now it's here. They want to teach you that these kind of platforms will fall, so they force you on jumping on it at first. So you fall, it fell, it got destroyed, so now you can't get back outside. So that is a super cool tease in terms of level design, because every tutorialization of new mechanics in level design should usually follow the tease, teach, test, master rules or flow. The tease is actually show the player something they can't interact with, and make them want to be able to use it later. Like here, I have the ladder at the top. I can't access it, and I don't know why. But here I have a chest, so I can open the chest. You found the fairy slingshot. Ain't that nice? Alright, so I'll go equip the item. That's on X. That's on Y. Except it's not, but so here is where it comes. We just had the tease of an ingredient we couldn't interact with, but now we got the ingredient, the mechanic that allows us to interact with it. So now we get to the teach moment, and the teach moment is when you can't do anything in an area except for using the item you just got. And that is what is clever about it, is that they don't like tell us exactly what to do with it. They show us an ingredient, they gave us a mechanic, and we kind of need to understand that we need to use the new mechanic on the ingredient. And bam! Now we, we open a new passage that allows us to exit. So that's perfect tutorialization, and that game keeps doing that during the whole game. And here it is. Oh yeah, sorry. And here is what we call the test in the Teach Test Master flow. Now we just got the slingshot. We know how to use it, but we find a new ingredient a bit more complex than the previous one. The previous one was just a ladder, so it was static. It was easy. Here though, if we want to start climbing that wall, we need to be careful because these spiders can hit us if they look in the right direction. Ah! So now I got hit, and I'm kind of pissed that I got hit, but since I got the slingshot, now I know that I can probably hit it from a distance after learning how to use it. So I learned a new application of the same mechanic. And so now I can climb the wall. Hey, come on. Now I can climb the wall without any danger. I've got Link floating on the chest here. Oh, wait, I didn't know. In the 3DS version... Okay, so in the 3DS version, it keeps the same collision when it's open and closed, but in the N64 version, you actually have the collision change when it opens, and you can walk on it still, but it's at the height of the ledge. All right, let's keep going. And sorry if I'm gushing about level design too much. It's just that, gosh, I love that game. So here we have big spiders. It's an upgrade on the previous ones. No, don't crash. Did it crash? Oh, damn, it crashed. Ah, that's annoying. Sorry, I'll be right back. Alright, so, like an idiot, I realized way too late that my mic was muted when I recovered from the crash. So, for this very short part, it's about 13 minutes, I will be doing post-commentary instead of live commentary. Yeah, it won't last for too long. It's gonna be 13 minutes. So, if you want to skip ahead to the live comments, I'll have a timestamp in the description, so you can just click on it if you want. If not, then we can watch this together, and I will be commenting along the way. Sorry for being stupid, and thanks a lot for letting me know in the chat that that I was muted. That's really saved us. Okay. So basically what I did when after recovering from the crash is I restarted the game because I hadn't saved anything, so I had to restart, but it didn't take as much time. I kind of sped through it because I didn't speak to everyone a second time, so just mashed the button and ran through it. So yeah. Here, we redo the cutscenes and everything. I was probably commenting on the cutscene that I didn't do it at the beginning because I wanted to let you enjoy the narrative. But I really like the intro, how the three main characters are introduced right away, even if you don't know who they are or what their purpose is. It kind of, you have the Triforce characters right away from the start. Now, Navi goes flying once again. Hey! Hello!
Hello!
Still humping his rock. And that's something I really like in that game. It's that early Zelda had that feeling of community at the beginning where you're part of a small village and can chat with people around and have get to know everyone before you get to save them. And that's something I really liked and that I think was kind of missing in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom as well. That's some of the games overdid it. Like Skyward Sword's intro was way too long, but I think Ocarina of Time had a really good balance of having you run around talking to people, live in the forest before getting on your big adventure. Twilight Princess, I really liked it, but I think it was a bit too long for the casual audience. Wind Waker kind of nailed it, I think, just like Ocarina. Yeah, it's kind of fun to see all those characters. Like, there's something, I will talk about it later, but there's something I really like about this is that there are not a lot of cutscenes, and there is not a lot of characters, but every character is extremely memorable. Like here, you've got Saria. It's the first character you meet, and you immediately want to talk to her, and she ends up being an important character later on. All the other characters are not really important, but the main characters, the sages, the, your helpers in the game, all have memorable moments. Really cool. Allows them to feel more important than if they're just one part of a crowd. So yeah, here we just grab the rupees through the heart. Let's just keep going. Even just watching it, I love. Gosh, I love that game. And I'm gonna be saying that a lot. So now, get the sword. Let's not waste too much time. Oh, and by the way, I will also add a timestamp to the point where just when I crashed, so that you know that if you don't want to rewatch the whole Kokiri Forest thing, you can just skip to the next timestamp. So yeah, let's grab ourselves a sword again. So let's equip it. But, oh, let's not be stupid about it. Yeah, let's wait for the boulder to come back and follow it. Yeah, that fucking hole. It's always hard to get in the hole, it needs to be super precise. Alright, so now for the shield. I think we're still missing a couple of rupees. Yep, so... yeah, that's the wrong house. Wrong house. But anyway, we won't go through the house. We're gonna just grab the rupee, the pillar, and the water. That should be enough. Nope, 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 don't talk to me. I don't like you. Right, so let's grab the secret rupee. And back to the little guy. I love a shield. Thank you very much. Nope, I don't want anything. Okay, so let's go back to Mido. Don't forget to equip our shield before, or else he's not gonna let us through. Okay. Let's save. Not have to do everything one more time. I will be saving a lot from that point on. Yeah, autosaves really spoiled us in the modern days. When I do retro gaming, I tend to forget to save manually. Oh. Alright. Alright, let's skip this. Let's skip this. Skip this. Yes, I will enter you. Hey. Hey, listen. And yeah. Yeah, Navi isn't really that bad. Yeah, like I said, she became a meme, but she's really not as annoying as other characters like Fi, Skyward Sword, which would interrupt you for freaking every. Okay, so let's get back upstairs. Almost there, almost there. Let's grab us a map. On the map. Nice. Now, get this thing shut. Thank you, thank you. Okay. So we're back in the slingshot room where I was gushing about about tutorialization and tease teach test master flow. But it's really important. The tease teach test master flow is very the staple of Zelda, but also of gaming in general. The best way to introduce new mechanics. Oh, I'm fidgeting with controls on the second screen. That took me a bit to get used to. And we've got our... Okay. We were almost back where we were. Oh yeah, let's grab the... Let's save. Yes, let's not forget to save. Every time we get something new, we need to save. Sticky nut. Nuts. Yeah, in theory, in the original game, you're not supposed to be able to target that Skulltula. Now I can because I can control the camera. But in the original, you're supposed to aim at it, kill it from the first-person view. But gosh, I love that new camera mod. So here's a big spider, but let's not fight it already. Now, where we crashed earlier, we will see if we crash again. And no, we don't crash, so that's good. So yeah, that room. Now we're exactly where we were. So that's a room that introduces a lot of new mechanics. Introduces the switch, shows us that pressing a switch activates stuff, and that if you fall off, you need to retry. So yeah. I also, since I fail, I decide to kill the Skulltula while I... So the thing with those big spiders is that you need to hit their belly. From the front, they're invincible, but you need to wait for them to turn around. Right then. Here, we get a chest that serves absolutely no purpose, but it shows us the way to a Skulltula, a golden Skulltula, which is the main collectible in the game. So, right now, we don't know what it does yet, but you should make sure to pick up as many as you can very early on. So let's make our way to the other side. This. And that's great. You have a... yeah, we'll get the compass, but that's really cool. You arrive right in front of a Deku Baba, but it can't really hurt you, but you kind of want to keep running towards it, so you need to be careful to turn. And it also shows you that you can refill your Deku sticks if you ever need more. So that teaches you that you might need your Deku sticks for something in that room. So that's the first time you need to handle a torch. That's a really cool way to teach you how to use them. So you've got a flame on the left, you've got a torch, an unlit torch on the right. So you understand by getting the Deku stick earlier that you need to light that torch with the fire. And for those who don't know, you can store away the stick while it's burning. So if it keeps burning, it will disappear and vanish forever. But if you put it back in your inventory, it will be saved to be used later on. Yeah, I gotta grab the rope. I won't see. Alright, Stuffed Billy. And that's really cool. And like I said earlier, the dungeon is really small in circumference. So everything you do is vertical. And one of the things they do great is that you have everything is close to the entrance, and you just unlock shortcuts. And that is a style of level design that was eventually became a staple of the Souls genre. But the way they did it here is that you will open a new path, and from the entrance, it will be super easy to get to the next part of the dungeon. That's freaking brilliant. So dropping on the spider web breaks it, and now you can go to the lower level. Gosh, I love that. Here you have a chest that is blocked by a spider web. Oh, and you've got two other golden Skulltulas. Again, every time you see a Skulltula, a gold Skulltula, you need to kill it. Grab the token. Yeah. Yeah. And I really don't like having to aim with the left stick. If they make a remake of Ocarina of Time, I hope they put aiming on the right stick. And that we can move while aiming. I think they fixed that in Majora's Mask 3. I'm not sure. I know Majora's Mask 3 they added the camera control on the right stick. Oh. Yeah, let's aim at that spider, kill it. And need to do a jump, grab it. Oh, the switch. That's really cool. Because you press that switch, it lights the torch over there. Then you get a chest. But the chest is pretty much nothing. It's a recovery heart, so we really don't give a shit about that. But the torch is open and it burned the spider web. So that teaches you that you can actually use fire to burn webs, not just break them. First, we were taught that we can break spider webs, and then we were taught that we can burn them, and now we're supposed to understand that we can burn it with the fire. So it starts mixing mechanics together, and that's really great. Another Deku Scrub. Please forgive me, master. I'll never do it again if you spare me. I'll teach you something cool. You will never beat my brothers up ahead unless you punish them in the proper order. The order is 2, 3, 1. 23 is number 1. Do you think I'm a traitor? Yes, you are. But I don't mind you being a traitor if you're betraying your brothers for me. Alright. So that seems obvious. Yeah, I think the first time I went across the eye, I didn't even notice it. Now, we need to go through the water to hit the switch, and I realized that I've been muted all along. So we'll go back to the real stream. About now. Ah, damn! Thank you for letting me know. I completely didn't realize my mic was muted. That happened after I crashed earlier. But thank you so much for letting me know. So because I completely forgot to record, press the mic button on OBS, I might do a I might do a post recording later on for the YouTube video. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, earlier I crashed, so I cut the mic to do my kind of set the game. Forgot to put it back on. My fault, I'm stupid. Alright, so what now? Right. Oh, come on. I pressed the wrong button. Alright, let's do this. This room is special. When you arrive in for the first time, you actually it orients toward the ceiling because there are those 3 weird blobs over there. Those are Gohma eggs, and what they do is that if you walk beneath them, they will fall down and spawn. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright. That's a cracked wall. Later on, we'll be able to break it with bombs, but we don't have bombs yet, so... Not quite. Here we go. In the spider web. I don't know if I saved it. I've not been fast enough. And again, with the shortcut thing I was gushing about earlier, but that no one heard me. The way that game is freaking brilliant. It's one of the first one that introduced the small areas, but with lots of paths and creating shortcuts to move from the entrance to later parts of the dungeon, which became a staple of Souls-like later on. So everything you can access in the dungeon is really close to the main entrance. Because the main reason was technical at first, because the game doesn't have a save everywhere function. So if every time you die, you respawn at the start of the dungeon. So it was important to be able to return to where you were fast. So that's how they managed to make that work. So here, if I die now, for example, and don't forget to save, I'll be respawned over there, and we'll be able to access the final area really fast because I opened the shortcut. these brilliant level design. Don't know why I just used it. Now, yeah, we're just using the order that the previous Deku Scrub told us about. I played this when I was 8, maybe. Was so scared. Thank you. Oh, yeah, me too. Oh, fuck, I forgot about him. Sorry, I started reading and I forgot that I needed to catch him. Come on. There we go. What were you saying? Anxious during every dungeon temple. Yeah, I remember. So was I, especially the adult temple. I think it took me like 4 months the first time around to finish the shadow temples because I was too scared to step forward in there. That and bottom of the well, they're nightmare few. And I'm kind of sad they don't make any dungeons like that in more modern games. I remember. Okay, there. I don't remember how to enter first person. Oh, it's on the other screen. That's why. There we go. When her high, turn red, shoot, and hit her like her life depends on it. And bam, she's done. Well, that was the first boss. It's a pretty easy boss nowadays, but when I first fought it back when I was a kid, gosh, it was terrifying. Especially in the Nintendo 64 version. I mean, in the on N64, everything is darker, so you didn't even see her at first. So you just need to look around and see something, and you just see a yellow spot glowing, and then you realize it's a big spider shit monster. And holy shit, that that was a surprise. Oh, well done. Thou hast verily demonstrated thy courage. I knew that thou wilt be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell thee. Wilt thou listen? Sure will. Now listen carefully. The wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon thee. Ah, that's them. Evil man ceaselessly vile sorcerer's power search for the sacred realm that connected. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Here we go. Before time began, before spirits and light, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the goddess of wisdom. Aurora, the goddess of courage. Din. With her strong flaming arms, she cultivated the land and created the red earth. Nehru. poured her wisdom onto the earth, and gave the spirit of law to the world. Power, with her rich soul, produced all life to uphold the law. Three great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens. Golden sacred triangles remained at the point where the goddesses left the world. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, resting place of the triangle from the sacred realm. Ah, the first time I saw that, I thought it was so awesome. I don't know why, but that kind of I think that's something that was missing in the recent games. That kind of religious aspect of a myth of the creation of the world and all that. It became the fact that it became way more like scientific and technological was kind of a disappointment for me. So I much prefer when they talk about myth, legends, and magic and stuff like that. That might just be thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of it. I love how Link is just like, alright, I'm listening to you. Chilling out on the grass. That even man cast the death curse upon me. Tapped my power. Because of that curse, I end this night. Though your valiant effort to break the curse was successful, it was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Link, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou wilt surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with thee, the stone that man wanted so much that it has the curse of it. That's the Kokiri Emerald, spiritual stone of the forest. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the great Deku tree. Future depends upon you. Link, thou art courageous. Shouldst thou ever lose thy way, seek a vision of the path from this Chica stone that stands beside thy home. No, I will not. Navi the Fairy, help Link, carry out my will. I entreat, Navi. Goodbye. Now, the great Deku tree is dying. Sad. Go to Hyrule Castle, Link. Goodbye, great. Alright, so now let's save. Be sure I don't lose all my progress again when I crash. Alright, that's done. So yeah, I always love that aspect of the early games where it's more about magic and less about technology. Hey, Link, what did you do? The great Deku tree, did he die? How could you let a thing like that happen? It's all your fault. Yeah, go pouting. Alright. Yes, and all the myth of the Triforce. When I was a kid, I was really interested about that, like the origin of the world, the goddesses, and all the legends and myths of the Zelda universe. I still am. But back then, I don't know. It might be because I didn't have a religion back then, so it kind of became mine. Oh, you're leaving. I knew that that you would leave the forest someday, Link, because you are different from me and my friend. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? Spiritual, mystical aesthetic is unmatched in this. Not sure why exactly. Yeah, definitely. I won't. I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. Happened there? Yeah, it has some mysticism in there. It feels like it feels more Lord of the Ring than even the game that was influenced by Lord of the Ring was. So that being Twilight Princess. So I don't know why there was some whimsy and yeah magic. This was I received a fairy ocarina. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. I will, but not after running away. That always made me laugh the way he slowly steps back away and then turns around and starts running like he's scared of her.